from the 29-year-old from the USA, Courtney King. There are her marks, and she has set the benchmark, 73.2, and that after 6 riders would put her into the lead, as we will see in a minute from the scoreboard. Little kiss there from obviously one of her admirers. There she is at the top, 73.2, way in front of the other competitors, and with 5 to go, that is the score they have to beat. And this man is no stranger to World Cup finals. Jan Brink from Sweden, riding the now 16-year-old Swedish-bred stallion Briar. And we've seen him a few times before in these finals, Richard.
Yes, we certainly have. This is a very experienced partnership. And this horse has always had very good passage, this highly elevated trot pace.
We recognise this music, don't we? He's used this before. It's the music he used in the World Equestrian Games.
Yes, it's certainly a well-rehearsed program, so we can expect to see really good things from this combination. Passage, the highly elevated trot there, moving into the trot half pass. Just giving very small signals to the horse's neck to keep that up and in balance. Extended trot. Now this rhythm really suits the pace of this horse. And nice transitions there. You heard how the music took you from the trot back to the passage. Very rhythmical, good passage, pulling in the marks there. Each mark is out of 10, and I wouldn't have been surprised if he'd have got an 8 for some of that passage work. Trot half pass perhaps could flow a little bit more. And that's a good extended trot. The horse kept nice self-carriage uphill. Because this horse is a Piaffe and Passage machine, you can see how Jan is bringing this in at the beginning of the test to really get the judges in the habit of giving the marks. Very good Piaffe pirouette where the forehand of the horse turns, and this allows you to make much more interesting ground patterns. Chosen to do the extended walk first. You have to do a minimum of 20 meters of each variation of walk. Briar looking very relaxed. He's a bit of an old timer now in terms of this kind of environment, atmosphere. And a good example of the collected walk. You can see shorter steps, but he's still keeping activity. And what's very important is keeping that 4-time beat. I have seen Briar go with more energy and more punch actually in his pace, but on the other hand, he looks very settled, and so far everything is very safe. See those 2-time changes? They really punched off the ground. Now the canter pirouette. Can he keep the activity in the hind legs? He's losing that canter, you can see there.
Yes, you were talking just earlier about him been around a long time. He just does look a slightly older horse now, doesn't he? Just lacking a bit of energy.
Well, you know, it's a very fine line with dressage, Grand Prix dressage horses to get enough energy and petrol in the tank, really, and yet also to keep their minds relaxed so that they don't make mistakes like we saw a little mistake there as I was talking near H. And that's a bit of a pity, because if they take that little mistake into these one-time changes, which in my view would be a bit unfair, but, you know, it can just keep costing some points. Now let's look at the power in the pirouettes this time. And you know, his quarters are nearly moving to the outside, and Jan's doing a very good job of preventing that, but one can't help feeling that there was a little bit of loss of real good canter springing off the hind legs there. Jan is a very experienced rider, and I think it's I mean, he will certainly be pulling in some good marks. This horse in the extended trot, you've probably noticed there, he almost gives too much action with his front legs, more than his hind legs can match, and sometimes that just gives a little bit of a balance problem at the beginning of an extended trot.
That's very elegant, isn't it?
Very elegant, very correct. Passage in half pass. And this, again, this particular movement really scores in terms of degree of difficulty. The judges recognize how difficult it is to keep that rhythm and expression. And actually, I think the horse is going with more expression now.
Certainly warmed up, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He really warmed to the task, and beautifully in time with the music.
He has this great front leg action, which, of course, really complements very rhythmical music. That's where they almost trot on the spot, but they should never go backwards or appear to go backwards, and you could see Jan just helping the last few steps, just gather a few centimetres forward. And Jan's got a good smile on his face, so he's obviously enjoying the ride there. And quite rightly, I mean, in my view, this will definitely take the lead.
Oh yes, that will be the leader with 4 to go, without doubt. Some very quality work in that test from Jan Brink, such a popular member of the tour, and clearly delighted with his old favourite. Yes, this combination have never won a major championship. They came closest in 2003 at the European Championships at Hickstead in Great Britain, when they were silver medalists. But Richard, where he really scores his marks in his elevated work, particularly his passage and his, to a lesser extent, his PF.
Yes, he's always been very, very good in this passage, keeping the regularity. Here we see the piaffe, pirouette, quarter pirouette, and you could see it's like beating a drum, how rhythmical he is.
So into the lead goes Jan Brink and Briar with a score of 76.45. That's the target for all those 4 yet to come.